Turn it on late. Did that the first week too. Still learning to drive. I'm still learning to drive the Zoom mobile.
To do an automated phone call interview.
Oh, they're so weird. I watched Zach.
I've never had one.
Zach Keller's done them. They're so weird.
What is it?
It gives you a set question and a time, and then you just stop talking.
I've had 2 minutes. That's all you have to be. So I answered when I was like, hello, and I waited for it to take
Mute your mic.
Well, shit. I only waited about 14
Stop
minutes.
talking, Ashton Joy.
Hey, mute your mic, whoever's talking on the phone.
It's us.
That's the first time I've seen someone zooming in from. You think she's driving? Oh, cool. Other questions if you got them. Please tell me the research piece is getting, research mining is getting easier for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's getting easier.
Continue to get easier and easier as the weeks go by. One of the things, at least I found in grad school, particularly in the pursuit of the doctorate, but even in the pursuit of the master's degree, you learn to become a much more efficient reader. You learn how to glean what the important pieces of an article or a document are pretty quickly. And by disposition, I was always a slow reader. I can remember when those exams, those standardized exams when I was a kid, I never could finish on time. I was always the one that had time run out. Ask me other questions if you have. Hi, Billy. Okay. I'm going to let you go eat pizza if you want, or.
Hey, Doc, check the chat. I think Heather's trying to ask you something over there.
Okay. Who is? Heather?
Yeah, she's at church, so she can't say anything.
Oh, you mean it's in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's asking about the internship class.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
see what she's posted on the document.
I didn't have the chat room. Yes, in fact, though for those of you, about half of you in EDL 740 are also in the internship class. I went through those documents today and sent messages to you. If you hadn't been duly denoting your hours accumulated, I sent you a little friendly reminder, and then I engaged in a little bit of cheerleading for those that had. But we are now approximately 1/3 of the way through this term. And 60 accumulated hours for some of you will be pretty difficult. Some of you are already in a pseudo leadership role, either in a campus on a campus leadership team, or maybe some of you already administrative interns. Some of you are engaged in athletic directorship kinds of stuff. So some of you are in jobs that it's almost everything you do every day would qualify. Others, though, will have some difficulty, and so you'll have to be pretty diligent. One question that does keep coming up again and again on the internship piece is whether or not you can use hours that occurred prior to the beginning of the term. And the answer to that is yes. I know your school started before the LSU term started. And so if you accumulated some hours and leadership activities prior to August the 27th, yes, you can use those if you'll just, cross your heart and stick 1,000 needles in your eye and promise me that you're not double dipping from stuff that you did the last term. I know, I think Dr. Perry was probably the supervisor for all the internship last term. As far as I know, he was the only one that was doing it.
Are you good? Sorry. On the topic of hours, so I led 4 different professional developments for technology. You'd count that, I'm guessing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
Absolutely. Anybody that's brave enough to get up in front of a bunch of teachers and try to teach something, yeah, qualify. That's one of the things, and we'll get this in another course that you all have. If I don't run you off, you'll have me later on down the line. But you know, the role as you shift into the school leadership role, really you become less of a teacher of students and more of a teacher of adults. The fundamentals of high quality and engaging learning tasks still apply, but the audience is a little tougher. And for those of you that are interested, there's some works that I can highly recommend in relation to that. I'm a firm believer in the Marzano 9 high probability instructional strategies. If you haven't read Robert Marzano's work, both from a classroom instruction perspective and from a leadership perspective, it's good stuff. And more particularly, those of us that are moving into school leadership, moving in, I'm moving out, you all are moving in, but I think you should, it would be wise for you to consider consuming as much literature as you possibly can on the topics of influence. Some prime thought leaders in that regard are Dr. Robert Cialdini, C-I-A-L-D-I-N-I. A couple of powerful books he's written. One of them, the first one he wrote, is actually titled Influence, and the other one he wrote most recently is called Persuasion. But some really effective research and some effective tools that help you and I do a better job of getting our message across. Who teaches 785? That's the last. Anne Marie, do you know what the title of the course is? I don't teaching that one. I think in the next term, I take it you're going to graduate after this next term in December. I believe I'm scheduled to teach one of the sections of professional learning communities, but I don't think that's 785. And then I think I'm also scheduled to teach the very last edition of curriculum course. Some of you that have been in the program for a while will have to take a course in curriculum, and I'll be teaching that next term. Thanks for the reminder. Was that Rebecca that reminded me Andy reminded me to record, and I didn't have the chat box open. Thanks. A little late on the trigger. Other questions if you got them? Would you rather hear me lecture on some Wednesday night? I doubt it. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I just got access to the class today, so I don't know what to ask yet.
Say that again, Billy.
I said I just got access to the class today, so I don't really know what to ask yet.
Ignorance is bliss, man. You got some catching up to do. Story. I should probably have that tattooed on me somewhere. Ignorance is bliss. Okay, all of you, most all of you have my cell phone number, and I know you know how to reach me by email. If you got questions, I think you've learned by now I'm very responsive. I get back to you pretty quickly, and I like to think I shoot pretty straight with you when you got questions. So thanks for being here tonight, and I'll see you next Wednesday, if not before. Have a good week.
You too. Thank you.